guilt. As a black woman, knowing the price was paid for us to go and vote, then to find out we can't. It's like eternal punishment.
First, these news headlines.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Windsor Johnston. Former President Donald Trump is expected to turn himself in to authorities in Georgia tonight. Raoul Valley with member station WABE reports Trump will be booked on 13 felony charges in connection with his alleged efforts to overturn the state's 2020 election results.
The former president is expected to go through the standard arrest procedure, including being fingerprinted and photographed. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office has been regularly releasing booking photos of some of the other defendants that have already turned themselves in, including attorneys Rudy Giuliani and John Eastman. Trump also has to post a $200,000 bond, which requires him to not intimidate other defendants or witnesses, including on social media. All defendants have until noon Friday to turn themselves in. For NPR News, I'm Raoul Valley in Atlanta.
Trump's expected surrender comes a day after Republican presidential contenders held the first debate of the 2024 campaign. NPR's Domenico Montanaro says last night's debate in Milwaukee offered a snapshot of what the field could look like without Trump, who's leading most polls by double digits.
Trump didn't show up to the debate, and that meant he wasn't there to defend himself from the inevitable attacks. But for most of the first hour, Trump wasn't even mentioned. The candidates instead debated the economy, crime, abortion, and climate change. Former tech CEO Vivek Ramaswamy became the unexpected focus. He exuded confidence but seemed to irritate the other candidates, including former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley. She had a strong debate performance, but the candidate polling second, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, seemed to fade into the background. That could create an opening in the anyone other than Trump lane in the primary.
NPR's Domenico Montanaro reporting. Russian President Vladimir Putin is expressing his condolences for the families of the victims killed in a plane crash near Moscow yesterday. But NPR's Charles Maines reports Putin stopped short of confirming that Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin was killed in the crash.
Looking somber as he delivered televised remarks, President Putin said initial reports suggested members of the Wagner mercenary group were aboard the plane when it crashed. The Kremlin leader then praised Wagner's contributions to the war effort in Ukraine, saying they wouldn't be forgotten. Putin also spoke about his decades-long relationship with Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin, referring to him in the past tense and calling him a talented person who'd made serious mistakes, an apparent reference to a rebellion launched by Prigozhin against the Russian military earlier this summer. Putin did not expressly confirm Prigozhin's death, but vowed an investigation into the crash would be carried out in full.
Why does that smell so fishy?
Moscow.
It's not surprising. He kills everybody.
I know.
This is NPR.
This is WFAE News.
Is this guy gay
I'm
or
Kenneth
what?
Lee. Former North Carolina Congressman Mark Meadows, who was also chief of staff for President Donald Trump, has been arrested in Georgia. Meadows has been booked into the Fulton County Sheriff's Office and faces 2 felony counts in the case against Trump for trying to overturn the 2020 election. The in-person early voting period for September municipal elections in Charlotte is underway at 10 sites across Mecklenburg County. It's the first election in which voters will be asked to show photo identification under a law enacted in 2018. If a voter cannot show a photo ID, they can still vote by filling out an ID exception form and voting a provisional ballot. Early voting ends Saturday, September 9th. Primary election day is September 12th. If necessary, a runoff will be held October 10th. Details about voting sites are at vote.nc.gov. And construction of the first wind farm in North Carolina is underway in Chowan County. WUNC reports that Timber Mill Wind Farm will have nearly 45 turbines and produce enough wind electricity to power roughly 47,000 homes. Workers will begin to pour foundations for the turbines in the next few months. And the Carolina Panthers are set to host their last preseason game tomorrow night, and the deadline Tuesday to cut their roster down from 90 to 53 players. The game is likely a last chance for some players to prove to coaches what they can do here, or according to head coach Frank Reich, get another team to notice them.
You know it's a business on one hand, but and the players know that. But yet it never is easy. It's a little bit softened by the fact that, of those 37 guys, many of them are going to be on another roster or on a practice squad, either ours or somebody else's. So that softens it a little bit, but there's nothing easy about it.
The Panthers take on the Detroit Lions tomorrow night at 8, with many starters expected to play early. And it's been rather toasty in Charlotte today. This evening, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Otherwise, partly cloudy and a low around 72 degrees. Right now, it's partly cloudy and 92 in Charlotte. This is WFAE News.
Support for NPR comes from NPR stations. Other contributors include the Wallace Foundation, working to develop and share practices that can improve learning and enrichment for young people.
So have you decided what you want to eat tomorrow?
What, tomorrow where?
Lunch.
Bojangles.
Okay. You know that tomorrow is, if you still want it, it's Breakfast of Kings, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you get, what about, Debbie and John?
Have you told them you were going to get them food?
Nah, I didn't tell them. I asked if they wanted some, and they said yeah.
Well, how are you going to get a hold of them and tell them I'm bringing food? Oh, you...
I told them I was having Bojangles. I didn't directly tell them. I asked if they wanted some.
And did you ask them what they wanted?
Yeah.
What did they say they wanted?
John wants a Cajun filet biscuit and fries, and Debbie wants chicken supremes and fries.
Okay. Well, how are you going to let them know they're getting it?
Yeah.
Do they know they're getting it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that Roaring Riot meets at the doghouse, huh? I wonder if it's just they're meeting there because it's 100 degrees and they're going to go inside or what.
I have no fucking idea.
That's an easier walk for you, though.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Starts at 5. What time do you think it'll get there?
Probably around 5.
What time do you think?
Or maybe 4:30 or, I don't know.
So what time will I need to leave?
You should be
On the train by what time?
You should be on the train that leaves at 4.
Okay.
Oh, and the club, 17-minute walk from the stadium. I was telling you the other day, it was 17 minutes from the stadium, but if you took the train, you would have to walk 11 minutes to the train and 9 minutes to the club, which add up to be 20 minutes. You know that?
Yeah, it's expensive to park at that place.
Yeah.
What is it you want me to do tomorrow, Joey?
What do you mean?
You want me to go on the train, or you want me to...
Yeah, I want you to go on the train. I was just telling you that we're not gonna take the from the stadium to the club. It's better to walk straight down Mint Street.
You between all of these activities, when am I going to get me some things?
Saturday.
Yeah, but Saturday, what time do we need to leave to go to John G's?
We're gonna go to Monroe first.
Yeah.
And about 8.
Okay.
Get there early so you have a chance of getting the burnt ends. The only thing is, being at John G's with the free beer, but, you know, and they open before 11, but when in Rome, you do as the Romans.
What exactly are you trying to tell me?
That usually I wouldn't be drinking beer before noon, but we do it all the time when we go to John G's.
I see.
They don't care. Oh, wow. Oh, next Friday? Guess what the weather's gonna be?
What?
Clear and 83. So guess where I'm going?
Where?
Guess.
I don't know, Joe.
Resident Culture.
Oh, okay.
And guess what I like watching?
Carolina Panthers. Guess what I like getting?
Sanctis.
Yeah.
You know what Paul told me a joke. You know what Paul says?
Yeah.
Top 5 things that make a good woman. A good lover, a good cook, a good sense of humor, a good lover, and for the 4 never to meet each other.
That's cute.
I'm telling you, we ain't right.
I know.
You know, like-minded people do seem to find their way to each other.
Yeah, they got their same home in the head.
Yeah. Hey, Daddy. You ever want to see what a scam the thing the liberals call diversity is? Go to a Panthers game. You know why?
Why?
Because all those people are there, not because of their differences, but because guess what they like watching?
Carolina Panthers.
Yep, or the team that's playing them. All the people that go on my podcast. We got civil engineers. We got people that, like, Maki would hang out with because, like, they call her and they say hi this all the time.
Yeah.
And
I always find, common ground with
exactly, that's what I'm saying. All those people, they're saying, oh, this is the most diverse thing ever. Yeah, but we're not together because of anything other than the fact that we like watching the Carolina Panthers. Heck, the guys who host our podcast, One's a professor, one's a debt collector, one's a cripple who writes on the website and is like, he's like recognized all over Charlotte and hangs out on Twitter and writes for the Panthers and discusses the Panthers and all that stuff. That's what he does.
The guy who opened the show was pretty good.
Yep.
Reminds me of your commercial.
Yep. Oh, it was me doing the Panther roar, wasn't it?
See Miss Agatha?
No. Rob was giving somebody a tour.
Robert?
Yeah. So yeah, we got Tony the Professor, Cody, we call him the Cripple Prophet because he's always right.
The Cripple Prophet, huh?
Yep, and then Greg is a mailman, and CK, his name is also Cody, but he goes by CK. He's a debt collector.
And who's the guy who starts the show?
Tony the Professor.
Oh, okay.
But Cody came up with the saying, ain't nothing to it but to do it, brother, let's roll. That was Cody that said that.
You don't have to say anything. All you gotta do for me is give me some Sanctus, some Wolfus, some medicine if I need.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. I'm gonna wear my club shirt and my cool shoes tomorrow.
To work?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Jid.
What?
Wreck.
Oh.
Somebody did.
Somebody's two people's cars was flirting with each other.
No, it was just, it looked more like a comimienta thing than anything.
Oh.
No, but the first thing I gotta do is when I get there.
What? Go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
I did that before I left.
Good for you.
Panthers. Right, Daddy?
Mm-hmm.
I miss watching those.
You know what I miss?
What, Daddy?
And it'll never, at least you'll get to see those things. But what I miss will never come back.
Hey, Daddy?
What?
So what do we do if we don't have the tickets tomorrow?
Well, we go to the Roaring Riot. You say it's going to be 100 degrees?
Yeah.
And then we just go across the street and buy some tickets.
I love watching.
Carolina Panther.
And I miss watching.
Carolina.
Whoa, what was that? Did you not see something?
Did I not see something?
You have to slam on the brakes for
I'm
it.
going east. Okay. Because somebody was turning in front of me and I was trying to
thought you was gonna take Monroe Road to Village Lake, because that sucker's on the left.
Well, we'll do a U somewhere.
On Independence?
Yeah, you can do a U.
I thought you couldn't do a Yui on Independence.
Yeah, they usually have. On that part of Independence, you can.
Yeah, by Finmin.
Oh.
It's in the Super G shopping center. Huh?
You know what I really, really miss?
What, Daddy?
Those little feet and that cheddar cheese Betty butter. That's gone forever, Joe.
How was the debate? Nobody screwed up and pulled a Trump, did they?
No. Both.
You were watching for the Dut, I know.
Yeah, the Dut did good. Actually, both Dut did good, and DeSantis did good. Tim Scott also did good, but he was a gentleman in the room. You know, I love Lisa DeSantis. Do you know that I went with you to that damn place and I forgot I had to buy a couple of fire sticks for my TV?
And do you know that you forgot to remind me?
Oh, yeah. You just escaped. I did get a windshield wiper. I did get my car inspected. I did order my tag today, so.
I love watching the Carolina Panthers.
I love getting meat. And I love getting me
some Sancties.
Yes. You know what makes me happy? Something that happened years ago.
Me?
Aren't you going to get your daddy a gift? No. My daddy gift is me. tell you, I don't know why.
Because this nigga's being racist. And it's gonna sound like shit at the stadium and at the club.
I bet you it has to do with the moisture it picked up at the beach.
Maybe. It handled Skybar okay.
I love these fucking people. They get on the wrong side of the road.
You think they're British?
No, they're not British.
Remember someone was, like, we were at the beach one time and someone was literally driving on the left side of the road?
No, Joe, I don't remember that. You know what I do remember?
What, Daddy?
Always remember how much I love you.
Mm-hmm.
It is 4:31. You think this place is open?
Yeah. And I'd probably just be getting on STS. It'd probably be one of them damn white buses.